aka Total Makeup Junkie 101, and welcome back to Monday Fun Day on my channel. If you guys haven't been following my Monday Fun Day series, it is basically where I have a beauty video for you every Monday, and then I have a corresponding giveaway, giving away one of the beauty products I talked about in that video on my social media pages. I apologize if that fan up there is bothering some of you guys. It is just incredibly hot today, and I can't film with the air conditioning on because it's way too loud and it would disrupt the sound on my camera, so I had to keep at least a fan on, otherwise I would fry. Either way, today I have a foundation routine video for you guys. Lots of you guys have been requesting an updated foundation routine video, and while my foundation routine hasn't changed that much as far as technique, the products I use have changed quite a bit. So I decided to do one updated one for you guys so you can see what my latest and greatest foundation routine is. Just a quick background for you guys on my skin so you understand the types of products I'm using. I have very, very oily skin. However, sometimes the surface of my skin can look dry right after I wash it. Throughout the day, oils just tend to explode off of my face. That was a really, really weird way to say that my skin gets oily. That provided a really strange visual in my head. My skin doesn't explode. It just gets really oily. Anyways, I have really oily skin, but sometimes it can look a little dry depending on the products that I use. So that's just a little background on my skin. I am going to have a tutorial for this eye makeup look coming up on Thursday. So stay tuned if you guys are curious on the eye makeup. But today is just all about face, all about complexion. I am going to talk in depth about all of the products I'm using as well as why I decided to choose those particular products. So without further ado, let's get right into the tutorial. We're going to start off with clean skin that has been pre-washed, toned, and moisturized. I already did my eye makeup, as you guys can see. I usually do my eye makeup before I do my foundation in general. And if you guys want to see a tutorial on this eye look, I will have that coming up for you guys on Thursday. We're then going to go in with a primer, and I always use a foundation primer. I just find that it helps my foundation last so much longer, and I have been playing a lot with these kinds of pore blurs or pore vanishers. So today we're going to go in with the L'Oreal Youth Code Pore Vanisher. What we're going to do is get it between our two fingers and just start patting it in the areas where I have the largest pores, and for me it's right here around my cheeks. As you guys can see, this product kind of has a little bit of a tint to it, but it doesn't provide much coverage at all. So even though it is kind of beige tinted, it doesn't give you any type of coverage. We're just going to continue patting this into the skin, and with these pore blurs and vanishers, I really like patting them because it kind of puts the product into your pores, so it kind of fills your pores, if that makes any sense. So just by kind of patting it in, your pores really do vanish, which is the whole point. Okay, now we're gonna go right in with our liquid foundation, and today I'm gonna be using the Mercier Smooth Finish Flawless Fluid foundation, and I have been talking about this foundation a lot in my videos. I really love this stuff, but I have been switching up my foundation a lot. But no matter which liquid foundation I use, I always use this exact technique. Now with this particular foundation, it is so good, but it is very liquidy. So you do have to shake it up really well before using it. And you guys can just see how liquidy this foundation is. You don't need that much of it. This much is plenty for my entire face. Then what I'm gonna do is just take this on my finger and dot it on my face where I want it. So most of my coverage I want on my cheeks and my chin, because you can see that's where I have the most kind of acne scars and such. So I'm just gonna pat it on those areas. And then I'm just gonna take my Real Techniques complexion sponge with the flattened side and just start pressing it into the skin.
And we are just going to continue to blend and bump this product into our skin. As you can see, the foundation blends in really easily.
And I really do like this complexion sponge. Many people say that it's a complete dupe of the Beauty Blender sponge, which I don't completely agree with. I think this complexion sponge definitely has denser sponge material, and you can definitely tell that when you go to wash it. If you have felt the Beauty Blender and when you put it in water, it's very, very, it almost feels airy, like super, super spongy. And this sponge is a lot more dense. So I do still like it a lot, mainly because of this flattened edge here. And I think the coverage you get with it is nicer because of the denseness. It doesn't soak up as much of the foundation as the Beauty Blender does. Make sure to blend that in around your hairline really well because you don't want any awkward streaks, and then blend it down your neck. Now, if you wanted, you could go back in with another layer of liquid foundation and build it up. This foundation is extremely buildable because of the light liquidy texture, but this is pretty good coverage for me. The one layer gave me a good medium coverage, and I'm not really looking for complete full coverage with this look, so I'm really happy with how it turned out. Now, before I set my liquid foundation, I am going to be going in with a concealer. Today, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer. The shade I'm using in this is medium beige, and this is a new concealer to me. As you can see, I haven't even used it at all, but I am curious to try this because people have been raving about it. So this is gonna be a little first impressions on this LA Girl concealer. It is so inexpensive, and let's try it out. So the way you dispense this product is it's got a brush, and you just squeeze the tube and it comes out of the brush. So let's just try this out. So I'm just gonna start under my eyes. And I'm just gonna get this here. The brush does make it really easy to apply. I do like that. And then I'm just gonna get it on a couple blemishes I have here on my cheeks. And then use the flattened side of my complexion sponge to just bump this into the skin. It is blending into my skin really seamlessly. I am really liking this. I don't know if I want to build it up because I feel like it'll start getting cakey, but I think I'm happy with that for now. Last step in my foundation routine is to set my liquid foundation, and I always set my foundation because I find it helps with my oily skin and it helps keep the oils in my skin at bay throughout the day. So the powder I have been loving is the Makeup Forever Super Matte Loose Powder, and this is just a translucent loose setting powder. The reason I love this stuff is because it is super, super finely milled, so it looks really flawless on your skin. You can't tell that you're wearing any powder because how fine it is. It just kind of fills in all your pores and makes your skin look like doll-like, like porcelain. So what I do with this powder is I just take the powder puff that it came with and I just kind of shake up the loose powder, and then you can see that some powder comes on the little puff. And then what I do with that is just press it into my skin. You can see how crazy this looks. This will be blended out, by the way. I know I look absolutely ridiculous. And make sure you don't sweep the powder. You just want to continue to just press it into the skin because that's what's gonna help get that powder into your pores so it won't look powdery. And then once I have that powder all over the place and I look crazy, I take a little Kabuki style foundation brush and just blend it. And when you blend it, you are basically just blending away all of the excess powder. It gets rid of that white look on your skin, and it just helps kind of mesh the powder and your foundation together. It's really great. I did my friend's makeup for her wedding, and I used this powder to set it, and this powder lasted the entire day. Because it was a wedding day, obviously, it started super early in the morning when I did her makeup, and the makeup had to last all the way until super late at night, and this powder did the trick. And after that is all blended out, you can see I no longer look crazy or white. I am back to my normal skin color. So I hope that tutorial video was helpful for you guys. Like I said, I have really oily skin, so the 3-step system of primer, foundation, powder seems to work out perfectly for me. That Laura Mercier foundation is a 2 thumbs up from me. It is really expensive. I totally bought it on a whim, and I do not regret it. And honestly, the only product that doesn't change in my foundation routine hardly ever is using this little sponge. I love it. It is a great, great sponge. Real Techniques knocked it out of the park. And speaking of this sponge, into the giveaway, I'm going to be giving away this sponge on one of my social media platforms. Which social media it is will be written in the description box down below. In previous Fun Day Mondays, I've been doing giveaways on all 3 of my social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, but I'm going to start just varying them up now. So I may have a giveaway on one of them and not on the other 2, or I may have a giveaway on 2 of them and not on 1, or I may just have a giveaway on all 3. I don't really know. This week I decided to just have one giveaway on one social media, so if you guys want to know which one that is, check the description box down below. And that giveaway will be posted shortly on that social media platform, so be sure to follow me and stay tuned for that. That is pretty much everything. That is my complete foundation routine. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, stay tuned for a eye makeup tutorial coming up on Thursday, and I will catch you guys then. Bye! One side of just amazing neutral colors. So you really have everything you want. Brands could totally sell this lipstick formula for way, way more.